Makeup actually can be used to enhance and celebrate how unique we are because it's about what I call feature focus. When I wrote my book Bloom, I wrote it basically to give girls the tools to recognize what's uniquely beautiful about them. That's when makeup becomes fun. Makeup should always be used to enhance your natural beauty, not try to paint on somebody else's idea of what's important and what's beautiful. Everything about us is unique and special. There's a very famous quote by Charles Darwin that I loved called, "If everybody were cast in the same mold, there would be no such thing as beauty." And I really think that that resonated with me, and that's what I try to instill in women, is that all of us have something that's completely different. It's like flowers, right? There's cactus flowers, there's daisies, there's tulips, there's daffodils. They're all completely different and unique, but they're all beautiful in their own right. And that's, I think, what we need to start looking within ourselves to find, is that unique beauty. You know, we can use makeup to be taken seriously as young professional women because it's all about projecting that image of self-confidence. When you look polished and you look pulled together and you look like you're on top of your game, people are going to take you more seriously. If you walk in and it looks like you don't care about yourself, your hair's a mess, you don't have makeup on, you kind of threw on anything that you found in your closet, it's not giving the right message. Now, I'm not talking about overdoing it and walking in almost like a painted vixen. That's the opposite of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about polishing your natural beauty, using makeup to enhance those great features and looking and feeling confident. When you take that, a few minutes in the morning to pull yourself together, people are going to notice. You're going to walk a little taller. Your confidence is definitely going to be lifted. And I always tell women too, if you're actually going to go in and have a really great interview or say an incredible meeting, put on a bold lipstick. Nothing says confidence better than a bold lipstick. And even women with small lips, crooked lips, big lips, it doesn't matter the size or shape. Having the confidence to wear a lip color like a red or an orange or a tangerine or a raspberry shows that you know what's going on, that you feel good about it. Just make sure that you balance the rest of your makeup so it's that one feature that stands out. I'm telling you, when you walk in that polished, people are going to take notice. There's a few beauty basics that are a must-do for all women, and it's what I do on a daily basis as well, and it's what I call the 5-minute face. So the 5-minute face was something I actually created on What Not to Wear for years and years and years, working with women of all races, all ages, all skin types, all features, and it's the go-to makeup look, your basic makeup wardrobe. And what that is having a well-groomed brow. You want to have an even complexion, so your skin tone looks nice and smooth. You want to highlight or Carmindize the face, which is very key, very important. Line and define the eyes, and a little color in the cheeks and lips. It's that simple. I wrote a book about it called The 5-Minute Face, and it's 5 easy steps. Once your brows are groomed, which you should have them done, you could do them yourself or actually have them professionally done, but a well-groomed brow really sets the stage for your beautiful eyes and your face. So when it comes to the 5-minute face, you start off by evening out your complexion, whether it's a tinted moisturizer, whether it's a BB cream, a liquid foundation, whatever you feel comfortable wearing, make sure that skin tone's even. Next is the Carmindizing highlighter. Highlighting underneath the brow, on the inside corner of the eye, and top of the cheekbones. Those 3 key places celebrate your unique beauty. It's bringing light to your cheeks, lifting them, your eyes sparkle, and when you put on that highlighter under the brow, by contrast, your lids look a little bit naturally kind of defined, so you don't have to wear extra eyeshadow. So very, very key. Next is line and define your eyes. Just put a little smudge of eyeliner on the upper lash line for a little definition. 1 sweep of mascara for fun, flirty lashes. Then you just want to add a little swirl of a kind of a rosy pink blush to the apples of the cheeks, and finish off with your lips by doing a rosy lip tone. Now, all of these colors are universal. They work with all women and all ages and all skin types and tones. You just have to pick the right foundation color for you, and everything else is universal. So a champagne highlighter works on everyone, chocolate brown eyeliner works on everyone, black mascara across the board, and then rose on cheeks and lips for all skin types, and you're good to go. Listen, I know times can get tough and money, is important to all of us. And blowing a wad of cash on something that you have to replenish is not the smartest idea. So there is a time to splurge and there is a time to save when it comes to your beauty products. Drugstores finally caught on. They get it. They actually create really amazing products in certain categories like mascaras, for instance, a lot of skincare, lip colors. You really don't want to blow $50 on a lipstick. That's crazy, especially when the trends change so quickly. So you can go to a drugstore and those are some of the best things to purchase. Lip colors, lip glosses, the mascaras are phenomenal. Different brushes and wands and technologies you can now find at a drugstore. Also skincare. You don't need to spend a ton of money on, say, a self-tanner. The ones at the drugstore are amazing. Also, you can get natural products. Drugstores are really kind of up to speed now. Brushes, that's another thing. We used to spend like $40 on like a blush brush. Whereas now, not only can you get them at the drugstore, but they're cruelty free. So they feel like real hair, but you're also like, being, responsible and getting cruelty free brushes. Now, splurging, there is a time to splurge as well. And that's when it comes to like specified skincare. For instance, if you are acne prone, then doing a company like Proactive and playing with those products is probably a good idea for you. If you have short eyelashes and you want them to grow, Latisse, that's a little bit more expensive. That's a product you want to spend money on. Foundation. Really good liquid foundation, you gotta spend money on. It's really hard to try a foundation at a drugstore, right? But you can actually try it in a department store or a shop like Ulta or Sephora. So there are certain products that you wanna splurge on, but you can really save by going to the drugstore. Also, 3-in-1 products. There's a lot of 3-in-1 products or 2-in-1 products like the blush lip combo. That way you're saving money by buying one product that acts for two things. There's the warm-up powders that go as a bronzer, blush, and an eyeshadow. So this way you're buying one product to do 3 things, again saving money. So it's really key. Highlighting creams and powders are great because you can use them on your body, under your eyes, on the inside corner of your eyes. You can put a little bit on your lips. Really good product to go, in many certain areas without spending a lot of money. Brows. Now, brow, that is one category that you can save on. They have really great brow pencils now at drugstores. And you don't have to spend a lot of money going to a professional salon to have them threaded or waxed. You can find a lot of tutorials online that show you exactly how to groom your eyebrows properly. So there is a way to save money and have beauty on a budget. If there was one thing that you can do in the morning before going to school or starting your job or running out the door, the one thing you should look at when you look in the mirror is that favorite feature that you have. Say it's your skin, say it's your eyes, say it's your lips. And if you only have a second, by playing up that one individual feature, it's gonna make you feel more confident throughout the day. Very important. So say it's your skin. Say you have beautiful skin, but you might have a little bit of a breakout. Go ahead and take the time to smooth on a little foundation and powder, and you're gonna walk out of the house feeling confident. If your eyes are your main focus, that's your feature focus, take the time to sweep on a little black mascara and a highlight. That's all it takes, and you're gonna walk out and you're gonna have fun, flirty, eyes, and you're gonna feel good. If you have beautiful lips and you really want to showcase them, swipe on a gloss. How long does that take? You can do it on the subway, you could do it on the bus, you can even do it on the car at a red light. But the key is to take one feature, one beautiful feature that you have, and take that second by playing it up so you feel confident and beautiful, and your day is going to go much better. Listen, I was not always as confident as I am now. I also struggled with insecurity issues and self-esteem issues stemming from when I was a kid, which most of the time, that's usually when it starts, is when we're young. What happened with me is, growing up in Southern California in a beach community, I was the overweight kid. I was teased, I was made fun of, I was bullied, and it happened for years. So of course my self-esteem was in the toilet. And I played what I call the compare and despair game, where I'd always look like the pretty girls and be like, I don't look like that, so I'm not good enough, and then being teased and bullied. I started kind of going within myself and not doing all the things that I wanted to do, like join junior lifeguards or go surfing or do the kinds of things at the beach because I'd have to be in a bathing suit. And then one day I just kind of realized, why am I stopping my life? Why am I limiting myself to do the things that I really love to do based on other people's opinions? And at the time, that's when I started getting into makeup. I started reading fashion magazines, my mom was an artist, and I started thinking, you know what, there's a way that I can learn about beauty. I'm seeing it in all forms, and I can also start using it to empower other women. So by learning how to do makeup, and playing with my friends and my family members and doing makeup on them, I really learned how that with a stroke of a brush and a positive word, we could change the way we feel about ourselves and the way we feel about other women. So that is when I started my lifelong goal to do this, to bring beauty to every woman that I touch. Because even working with models and celebrities, they suffer from insecurities. I've worked with cancer survivors. I've worked with mothers, retirees. You can't imagine how many women and what types of women I've worked with. And I find beauty in all of them. And because I was able to overcome my insecurities, I'm able to give back and help others do that. And a lot of times these women feel so incredible after working with me or after learning some of these techniques. Their whole lives change. They manifest all the beauty and abundance that they truly, truly know and deserve, and they get it because they change their perspective on themselves. If I could do it, anybody can do it. When it comes time to building a career, I think that the most important thing that you can always remember is to truly be yourself and go after what makes you completely happy, and don't think about the money aspect or what other people think. The true secret to happiness is doing what you love, and then money comes. And that's what happened with me. I found my calling. Luckily for me, it was early in life. Some women, they find it later in life. It's okay. There's not a time, frame that you have to stick by. Just meditate on what it is that makes you truly happy, and then go for it. When I started off in the makeup field, there wasn't, social media. There was nothing online. There was no such thing really as a makeup artist. It was such a kind of scary, kind of, out of my reach kind of a career. And so what I did is I just started asking a lot of questions. I found somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who was a makeup artist, and then I sat them down and asked them questions. And then I picked up the phone and said, I'm going to apprentice anybody who wants me for free. So I literally cleaned brushes and got coffee, and I just wanted to be on set. So the key is, if you don't know how to go about a career, start asking a lot of questions and volunteering yourself to apprentice, to intern, to do as much as you can just to learn. That is the best education that you can actually get. And do it from the heart. Don't do it for the money. Never do it for the money. That happens later in life. That comes when you're truly successful at what you do because you love what you do. So I would really, say to every woman out there, meditate on what it is that would make you happy. Say you really want to work outside. Okay, well then maybe a job with the Parks Department is the way to go. Maybe starting a landscaping company is the way to go. Say you really love children. I mean, you could start a daycare center. I mean, there's so many things. You can do anything. The resources are out there more now than they've ever been before, because we have everything on the internet. When I started off, there was no such thing. It was picking up a phone. It was driving a car to a studio and knocking on a door. Now the resources are there. So just be clear, be concise, do what you love, and happiness will come. There is a way to overcome the negativity that we're seeing for beauty standards in the media. One of the things that you have to realize, ladies, is that we are society. It's up to us to change the game, okay? So we're like, oh, well, this is all I see is airbrushed pictures in magazines and people telling me I should look like this. You have your own mind, you have your own platform, so you actually can make your own decisions. We are society, and we are and can be the media, especially with social media. So it's up to you to make a change. You can't just complain about it. You got to do something about it, okay? So the first thing is you don't buy into this. You don't. You just absolutely don't. The second thing is start what I call contagious compliments. This is a huge thing and a great movement that you can do across the board. You can hashtag contagious compliments, which I have, which means if you see a woman out there, any woman, if she's driving a bus, if she's working at a checkout counter, if she's the CEO of a company, and say she has something beautiful, say it's an eyelash or thick hair or beautiful lips or a great smile, compliment her. We're so busy tearing each other down, you know, whether it be in reality shows or jealousy issues. Start practicing contagious compliments. You'll see what happens. Women will start feeling good about themselves. It's going to make you feel good, and it is contagious because then they're going to do it to somebody else. This is how we can start changing that negativity that we're seeing in the media about the pressures of being beautiful. Because when you start complimenting women who aren't conventionally beautiful about something they have that is gorgeous, their self-esteem soars, and then your self-esteem soars because it is contagious. So it's really about owning your uniqueness, just changing the game, using your social media platform to empower and uplift women and beauty, and then you will see that the negative pressures are no longer pressures. If you want to know how to use social media to empower self-esteem in others, I go back to something I've written about in a lot of my books, which is contagious compliments. Telling women that they look beautiful instead of telling them that, you know, they look terrible, you know, by gossiping about them or watching, you know, all these bad reality shows where we are celebrating women tearing themselves down. It's buying those magazines, you know, at the airport or at the newsstand that's like a celebrity without makeup or a celebrity that has cellulite. Stopping playing into those social media or those media platforms, stop buying those magazines, stop watching those reality shows, and going to your social media and using ways to compliment one another is really the way to kind of stop this and use, you know, your power for good. Contagious compliments is about telling somebody she's beautiful. If you see a woman that has thick hair, if you see a woman that has gorgeous skin, if you see a woman that has, you know, great shoulders, tell her. You don't know what kind of day she's had. She might be really unhappy, and that one compliment is actually going to make her day so much better. And then that's going to make you feel better. So this is something that I really, really want to start, is a hashtag contagious compliments, you know, kind of movement. It's very, very key. The other thing to do also, I think, is one thing that I do love, like on Instagrams, is, it sounds a little cheesy, but I love those just one-liners, those one-liners of a quote or a saying that helps us feel good every day. I call them mirror mantras. I've been doing them for years, where I look in the mirror and if I feel bad about myself one day, because listen, we all have those days. All of us have those days. So if you look in the mirror and you say, oh my gosh, you know, my skin looks terrible, or my eyes are getting wrinkled, or start practicing mirror mantras. Look in the mirror and say something positive to follow up everything that you say to yourself that's negative. And pretty soon you change that broken record of negativity stuck in your head. Every time you say something positive in the mirror, it gets easier and easier. And to start off, if it is a little tough, take a lipstick and write it on your mirror. Write I am beautiful and create that mirror mantra. So every morning when you wake up and you go to the bathroom and you're getting ready, it's in your face that you're beautiful, or you have a great smile, or you look gorgeous today. Write it down on your mirror, and then it starts sinking in. And pretty soon that, oh, I feel fat today, or oh, look at my dark circles, starts being replaced with, I look amazing, I have a hot smile, you know, I'm radiant today. It sounds silly at first, but if you practice these mirror mantras, this is another way that you can actually help build self-esteem and put it on social media. Put that little quote on there. Hey ladies, you're all beautiful today. Hey sexy girls, it's Friday night, let's put our lip gloss on. Start doing fun things like that, and you'll see this will all, you know, start blooming all over the world. Listen, if you want to learn how to be smart with your beauty, kind of like I had to learn, you have to always remember that you yourself should be celebrated. The definition of celebrity is one who is celebrated. So celebrate yourself. Don't look outside of yourself to find what it is that you're supposed to be or who, you should look like. That's ridiculous. It means nothing. Celebrate yourself. Become that iconic woman that you are destined to be. All it takes is, not being fearless. You can be fearful, but you do it anyways. That's the key. It's about doing it anyway, even if you have that fear. Look within, conquer that negativity, celebrate yourself. And it's not about ego. It's not about bragging that you're better than this or better than that. It's just about owning it, having that beautiful power from the inside out. One thing I used to tell women is, we've been using makeup for thousands of years as women. The difference is the more advanced we're becoming as women, the more insecure we're becoming, which I don't understand at all. I think that is, a travesty, because thousands of years ago, women used makeup as a form of empowerment and power. They used makeup for fertility. They used makeup to attract wealth, to raise standards, to change all kinds of things, but they used it in a powerful way. Now we use makeup to hide who we are and paint on somebody else's idea. If our eyes are too small, we try to make them bigger to hide, or we don't like our complexion, so we try to change it and contour it and make it into something else. That's not what makeup should be used for. Again, we got to think like our ancient sisters. We have to use makeup as a strength, as empowerment, to feel good. And that's the way to be smart about your beauty.